Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin wa bihi nasta'in wa ala umuri dunya waddin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asrofil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajmain. Amma ba'du. First of all, let's thank to Allah who has given us mercy and blessing until we are able to meet together at this time. Secondly, salawat and salam to our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who has guided us from the darkness to the lightness and from the bad character to the good one. Hello everyone, my name is Anna Febriana Effendi. I am from the first group and I'm here as a moderator. Okay everyone, for the purpose of our materials in presentation is to investigate how preparation for teach English culturally and linguistically diverse children influence early childhood teachers' motivation to remain in teaching. Okay, to shorten the time, we just start today's presentation. A subject of our presentation today is diversity education and early childhood teacher motivation to remain in teaching. Okay, for the first materials to be will differed by myself. Okay, overall past 20 years, teacher attrition in the United States has been examined in depth from many angles. Yet the issue of teachers attrition has not markedly improved and still remains an important issue in the field of education. Within public K-12 schools, estimates of teachers attrition vary from English school estimates of 50% attrition within the first 5 years to grade and tie 17% overall attrition rate within 5 years for public K-12 teachers. In early education, such as preschool, Head Start centers and early care centers. Turner is more pronounced. White Book, Phillips, and House reports annual rates of departure from children are chain or for-profit centers. Terus teacher attrition is a problematic in a variety of education things. Okay, high levels of teacher attrition are problematic at the school and centers level for many reasons. The loss of teacher year after year is costly for school district and child art centers as they must hire and try new chapter as replacement. Okay, for the next is building teacher efficiency for educating historically and underserved children. Building self-efficacy for teaching is critical for giving teacher experience of success that might help them persist in the field. Brown and Lee, as in-service teacher of pre-kindergarten children at an urban public school, what they thought were the most important things for pre-service teacher to know and to be able to be successfully teach culturally and linguistically diverse children. The in-service teacher responded that pre-service teachers needed to spend considerable time in different pre-K classroom throughout the years, so they could develop cultural, economic, and developmental understanding of the children, learn to connect with families, and work with a variety of different cultures. The in-service teacher directly linked early childhood teacher training with preparedness to work with diverse population of children, explaining the importance of experience early on. As early as 2003, teacher education programs were called on to take a more proactive role in preventing the inequitable educational outcomes of children of color. For the next material will be delivered by our brother Rifki.
Hi everyone, my name is Yaman Fauzi. I come from class 1B, Early Childhood Education. In this section, I will present about teacher self-efficacy and motivation to remain and theoretical framework from Journal Early Childhood Teacher Education. Okay, the first, teacher self-efficacy and motivation to remain. Several studies in the literature note the effect of self-efficacy on teacher career, decisions, and motivation to remain in teaching. Home conducted interview of 14 teachers, 7 of whom were actively teaching and never considered quitting, and 7 of whom had left their job within 5 years. Home found that the teacher who quit had fewer coping strategy for the demand of the job and shared a lack of self-efficacy, especially in area of classroom management and student discipline. Conversely, Kilgallen and Maloney and Lau conducted a study of early childhood teachers in Australia and found that teachers cited elements of self-efficacy such as a strong belief in their practice, use of routine and organizational skill as factors that help them persist in the field. Okay, the next. Teacher efficacy to motivate students also emerged as a significant predictor of quitting intention in a study conducted by Wang, Hall, and Rahimi. The authors found teachers increased self-efficacy for student engagement, predicate lower level of desire to quit. Moreover, they found students stronger self-efficacy, belief, classroom management, and behavior along with engagement predicate teachers, bigger job satisfaction, and lower burnout. Conversely, Wang et al. No teacher higher level of efficacy for instruction and predicate stronger motivation to remain in teaching. And the last, based on the review literature, the research question within this study is how do early childhood teachers who express high motivation to remain in teaching differ from teachers who express low motivation to remain in teaching and teachers who are unsure about their motivation to remain in teaching in their teacher preparation for teaching the first children. Okay, the next theoretical framework. The study is grounded in Bandura self-efficacy theory, especially performance accomplishment. This author chose this theoretical framework because of the importance it placed on prior experience with the task and efficacy for completing the task. Bandura self-efficacy theory has been used in a variety of studies and on early childhood educator, includes science efficacy for primary school teacher, efficacy for incorporating art in the early childhood classroom, and efficacy for teaching early childhood mathematics. Okay, and the last the present study is closely related with Bandura concept of performance accomplishment. Applying this concept to teacher's sense of self-efficacy is associated with their persistence in the classroom. especially classroom in school that experience a degree of turnout.
Thank you to our brother Rifki, and for the next materials will differed by our sister Indri.
Everyone, welcome to my presentations. Let me start by saying just a few words about my own background. My name is Indri Anggraini. I'm from class 1B and early childhood of education programs. In my presentation, I will focus on 3 points. They are methods, participant, and data collection from Journal of Early Childhood Teacher Educations. Okay guys, as you can see on the screen, my first point concerns about method. This method focused on identifying prevalent, culturally relevant teaching practice which included additional questions about teacher preparation and job-related attitudes. What is meant by this statement? It means that early childhood teachers are given a survey on teacher preparation, culturally responsive teaching, practice, job satisfaction, self-efficacy for teaching children, and motivation to continue teaching. In particular, this study aims to see the difference in characteristics between teachers who have high motivation, teachers who have low motivation, and teachers unsure about their permanent motivations, so that they can be evaluated regarding good teacher assessment. Okay, the second point is participant. The participant in the study were public school early childhood teachers in a single country in the southeastern United States, and participants were selected by school with 19 elementary schools randomly selected for participation. Along 37.5% elementary school offering free kindergarten programs didn't bid. Okay, the last point is data collection. Data collection was carried out on remaining 18 schools because one school dropped out of the study. Finally, the remaining schools were sent a survey about their teacher preparation, their cultural responsive teaching practice, their job satisfaction, self-improvement children, and motivation to stay, and were offered 2 books as an internship to participate.
Thank you to our sister Indri, and for the next materials will be differed by sister Siti Aulia.
In this opportunity, I want to present data and data analysis. First, I will explain about data. 1. Motivation to keep teaching. Teacher with scores of 1 or 2 classified as highly motivated. Teacher with 3 scores classified as answer. And teachers with scores of 4 or 5 classified as having motivation remain low. 2. Teacher preparation for diversity. Teacher preparation for diversity is measured by 2 survey items. One item asked participants how many diversity courses they took as part of their teacher education program. Diversity courses are defined as courses that focus on diversity between and or between people, community groups, or cultural as well as multiculturalism. 3. Benefits for teaching diverse children. A term used in the survey pointing to diversity as cultural difference that include race, ethnicity, language, gender, age difference, and learning differences. 4. Teacher satisfaction. Teacher satisfaction is measured by a single survey item. The item asks teachers to rate the frequency of the following statements applicable to them on a 5-point scale. I'm satisfied with my work as a teacher. Opinions rank from 5 to always. And 5. Methodological limitation. This methodology is not without limitation. While the number of diversity courses can provide an statement of preparation for teaching diverse children, not knowing the content of the course is a limitation because the quality of the course is important. Next, about data analysis. Data analysis starts by obtaining descriptive statistics from those variables. This should cause to perform variant analysis to explore how these three groups of teachers may differ. Methodically, this requires the formation of three groups of teachers. One group of teachers motivated to stay, one group uncertain, and one group not motivated to stay. So, conveying the material for me.
Okay, thank you to our sister Siti Aulia, and for the last materials will be deferred to our sister Faiza.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Faiza Mutiarazan. Will explain the last material. Descriptive statistics refer while 129 early childhood teachers accessed the survey. 2 teachers did not consent to continue and 24 teachers failed to complete any items. The number of early childhood teachers completing each item ranged from 103 to 107. A total of 103 were invited to participate, so the survey response rate varied from 39.46% to 40.99% depending on the item. About 40% of teachers surveyed could be classified as new teachers due to having 5 years of experience or less. About 1/3 of teachers could be classified as mid-career teachers with 6 to 15 years of teaching experience, and about 13% of teachers would be considered advanced due to having over 15 years of teaching experience. In terms of college preparation, just over 1/4 of teachers report having 0 diversity courses. Approximately 79% of teachers report being satisfied with their jobs always or most of the time, and 20.2% of teachers report being satisfied with their jobs some of the time. Only 1% of teachers report rarely being satisfied with their job. Similarly, over 90% of teachers report that they did an active job of working with children from diverse backgrounds always or most of the time. Next, in addition to being newer teachers, early childhood teachers with high motivation to remain had significantly more diversity courses and felt better prepared to teach diverse children. Not surprisingly, early childhood teachers with high motivation to remain were significantly more satisfied with their jobs than teachers with low motivation to remain. Early childhood teachers with high motivation to remain report higher self-efficacy for teaching diverse children compared to teachers with low motivation to remain. Similarly, teacher education programs have a unique opportunity to provide pre-service teachers with early experience via their coursework that will create performance expectations that show persistence pays off. And this study makes a contribution to the field in that It links early childhood teachers' education and efficiency for teaching diverse children to teachers' motivation to remain in their jobs. As administrations and schools districts consider how to stop the revolving door, this study suggests that teacher education programs' ability to prepare future teachers for working with a variety of children may be connected to teacher retention in important ways. Longitudinal designs that measure actual retention among early childhood teachers in addition to intent to remain would also be an area for future research. Thank you for attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, thank you to our sister Faiza. Maybe enough for our presentation today. Sorry if a lot of mistake. There will be time for question after presentation. And who want to ask, please in the comment column. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.